Hi guys, this is Diamond with Casting Vision. Thank you so much for coming back to our channel. I wanted to kind of go over things that went on this week. We had the 5-day challenge that started last Saturday. It is now Wednesday. And so this will complete day 5. I pray that everything went well as you did your 10 minutes, 5 days. Challenge of speaking to the Lord and asking Him, what is your passion or what is the purpose that He has for you that you were created to do while you're here. And I just wanted to touch base and just kind of go over a few things, because I know with this pandemic going on, I know that there's a lot going on, a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of opinions and different things that people may be talking about just within this last few weeks regarding, who did it, who's responsible, um, whether it was scientists over in the other parts of the world messing with stuff that they didn't have any business doing. So now people are getting sick, and unfortunately, their lives are ending behind this horrible virus. Regardless, some people have an opinion of whether, there's certain people responsible, whether it's the government, whether it's scientists, whether it's people over in China, whether it's God. What is important is, are you ready for whatever is going on? No one's ready for it. No one's prepared for it. No one really understands it to a certain extent. But what I do know during this moment of isolation, while we have these stay-at-home orders where we're supposed to be in our homes and staying 6 feet from each other, what we do need to do is give people hope. And that is what I'm here for. What I want to do is talk to you about, during this time of isolation, are you spending that time with God to just have a recheck? I feel like everybody needs to have a quick recheck. I know you may have scenarios where you kind of talk to your friends or just different people that may have come up to you and they're trying to show you salvation, and they say, if God was to come right now, would you go to heaven or hell? And you may have that response, well, I'm going to heaven because I'm a good person, or I do this or I do that, or well, I don't think I'll be going to heaven. What does it look like to make that happen? Because I've made some mistakes in my past. I've done certain things that I feel like that God wouldn't accept, or I feel like God isn't proud of me for. Whatever your response was, that's kind of like what I'm dealing with right now with speaking to you. If you were to pass away from, this pandemic, or, your time was now, or if the second was now, what would your life look like? Would God say, hey, you are my good and faithful servant? Or will He say, turn away from me, for I never knew you? I think that's what matters. It doesn't matter what's going on the outside. What matters is going on the inside. On the inside of you, are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with where you are right now in this time? So that's something that you owe yourself, not necessarily, other people's opinions or what people think that you should do. I believe what you need to do, or what's important for you, is making sure you have your life right, no matter what other people think, no matter what, people think you are, or how far feel like, how far off you feel like you've come. What matters is your relationship. What matters is your connection with the Holy Spirit, with God. That's what matters. And not only that, are you sharing that hope with other people? If you feel like you have reached a point where you have a great relationship with the Lord, like, are you sharing that with other people's? Like, don't be selfish. Don't hold on to Jesus all by yourself and not share His love with other people, whether it's through your service, whether it's through your lifestyle. You don't necessarily have to badger people and, kind of prick at them or throw up Jesus on people. Just do a little sneeze. Just say, hey, you know what? Regardless of what's going on, we will get through this. There is hope in the God we serve. Things like that. Not necessarily, oh, you're going to go to hell if you don't get this done, if you don't get it done right. So many times people share God's wrath all the time. So many times people have their opinion of their own judgments of how they feel about a certain person. What matters right now is sharing God's love. Like, yes, God may be using this time, because realistically, nothing goes through God's fingers without his approval. I'm just going to be realistic. Nothing. Why? From nothing, he created everything. So everything from him stems from him. So that means nothing, absolutely nothing, goes through God's fingers without being approved by him. So since this is happening, since this is going on, since we are here, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to change your life? Are you going to help others? Are you still going to love? Or are you going to become bitter and selfish and hoard all tissue and hoard all, this emotion, or hoard all this depression? Even if you're at home and you feel like what you're going through right now is too much for you to handle, are you reaching out to your family, your friends, your neighbors and saying, hey, look, I know we're supposed to be 6 feet from each other, but I'm really struggling over here right now. Whether I need food, whether I need water, whether I need, any type of love or hand or even prayer. I mean, you can stay 6 feet and pray for somebody. You ain't got to touch them. I mean, realistically, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not really allowing all this stuff that's going on hinder my love for other people, because we can't. Like, we're all getting through this together. Like, we're leaving no one behind. So our goal as believers is to share what God has given us. And what God has given us, he's given us his love, he's given us his grace, he's given us his covering. He is our refuge. So if we've been far from him before this day, before you're listening to this video, what matters is that you get it right now. No excuses. Don't make excuses. I've been there. Oh my gosh, I've been there. I can't even express how I've been in situations where I made these promises to God, like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna get it right. Okay, I'm gonna get it right. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to, get my life together. I'm going to submit to you. I'm going to do everything you need me to do. And then seconds, I was like, forgetting even anything that I've ever said. And the thing about that is, what I was explaining in the other video, God's arms never gets tired. His strong right hand is always available to hold you and walk you through every single season, trial, frustration, anything. No matter what, he is right there with you. You are not going through this alone. Although you may feel like you're by yourself, you're never alone. You're never alone. You have me, you have other believers, you have pastors, you have even unbelievers. They believe that there is some hope out there that is going to get them through this season. So if you need that type of help, if you need someone to reach out to, if you need someone to talk to, please do that. You can use my comment section. You can, hey, there's many hotlines out there that's available for you to reach out to, that you can get the help that you need. And not just saying that it's people that's in isolation and are dealing with depression or dealing with, things that's going on in their life, in their mind, just trying to find a balance of the unknowing. There's just people that need hope, and we need to be available to give that to them. And that's what I'm here for. So if there's anything that I can do as I continue to pray with you, for you, please reach out and don't do this alone. Please. It is important. And don't feel like you're too far off. Don't feel like you have no other direction or no other way or no other opportunity to get through this, because you do. You do. You have the opportunity. So do it now. Don't waste time. Don't procrastinate. Don't push it to the side. Don't say, hey, I'll deal with this later. Do it now for you. Do it for you. If you don't do it for anybody else, do it for you, because you is who you need when you get through this, and God is who you need when you get through this. Again, this is Casting Vision. Thank you so much for coming. I love you guys with all my heart. I am praying with you and for you, and see you soon.